That's right, Bob. After I let go of you just moments ago, Congressman Zeldin came by to pay his respects to Alison Rosso, who just passed away, as we reported on. Now, Congressman just laid some flowers down here, and I've asked him to come and speak to us about the state of the crime rates that are happening here in New York and across the country, and about this tragedy that that happened yesterday. Congressman, first of all, tell us what led you to come here today?
This is a public servant who's just trying to do her job, dedicated to the city of New York, trying to leave this world better than she found it, on a lunch break, and ends up losing her life. The people of the city of New York are strong. They've been through a lot. Individually, they can endure a lot. But this is a lot of pain that they are suffering. To have to wake up day after day and be seeing these stories impacting neighbors, fellow New Yorkers. The Big Apple, unfortunately right now, is going through a crisis. It's a crime crisis. And for those who are continuing to answer the call to show up for their job serving the public each and every day, God bless them. I'm very grateful for them to be as strong as they are, but today is a very tough day for everyone who's here, who knows Allison, knew Allison, loved Allison, but also even those who didn't. It's a rough day in the Big Apple.
Alison Rosso-Elling isn't the first responder to be killed this year in New York City. There's been a huge amount, a long line. I think it's the most amount of first responders, police and firefighters in a very long time. Why are we seeing so many people die in the line of duty here in New York, and how can we stop it?
There needs to be more of a deterrent. There needs to be more punishment and more accountability. We need DAs doing their job. We need judges doing their job. We need the laws to be doing theirs. There are individuals with mental health issues, and they aren't getting the help that they need. There are people who are homeless. In some cases, they just can't find where to go, but in most cases, there are people who are choosing to live on the streets. Drug addiction, alcohol addiction, there are many different reasons why people are committing the crimes that they are. It's something that has so many families in mourning. The wakes, the funerals, a lot of people are getting tired of them. Maybe you lose one person in public service, one first responder, it's one too many. But yes, this keeps happening way too much.
Representative Lee Zeldin, thank you so much for taking your time out to speak to us today.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the truth. No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They
Let me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.